In Nepal, we do not able to invest very much for ICT for the social protection, but we are trying to invest more because there is so much error and duplication in the delivery and providing cash transfer and other services to the people. So we need ICT to develop proper service delivery and effectiveness in Nepal.
It's very important for the Philippines now, not only because we are lagging behind in implementing ICT services to improve public service, okay, but more importantly is that we already need to improve the public services of the different agencies in the Philippines to really get their services to the public quicker, more efficiently, and more importantly, like I said, it's for the underserved.
Pakistan has had a very good experience in terms of ICT for social protection, and that is the reason why Pakistan is a success story in social protection. And the biggest strength and the biggest asset that Pakistan has is the database, which is the National Socio-Economic Registry, which is one of the largest databases for South Asia, in fact. Once you have that, then only can you go and do social protection. If you don't have the survey data with unique identity, it's impossible to do any kind of social protection in the country. So I think it's time that all countries came together and they learned from each other's experiences, and they put their products, processes, and their human resources on a virtual network, which we are identifying as the League of Social Safety Nets. So that common interests are mapped, and common assets are mapped, and common assets are shared, and resolutions to difficult issues come together faster.
In India, realizing that it is going to be a transformatory project, we built this UID, and at the same time we started using this unique ID for service delivery. The first one that we started was managing the subsidy in cooking gas for the poor people. In fact, that project has now grown to be the largest direct benefit transfer in the world, saving already something like $2 billion against an investment of $1.2 billion in our ID project. And we expect a similar thing to happen in other projects too.
Yeah. So in Kenya, one of the developing countries in Africa, they've recently developed something called a single registry. This is a warehouse of information which enables all the key stakeholders to know who is getting what type of support, when, and where by the click of the button. So I think that's an extremely important, very good example of an investment on a tool, on ICT resource, that enables the effective management of the entire social protection sector in the country.
The first thing is we have a more relevant and more reliable data of our beneficiaries, the need of our beneficiaries, and based on that we can review and adjust our policy on social assistance more effectively and more relevant to the need of our beneficiaries. And secondly, based on that, we can have the data available, very transparent, to share with other line ministries, other provincial, and especially the beneficiaries. They will know what they can receive and what they have received, and that makes them more accessible to the support from the government. And thirdly, with these things, the use of the government funds, the government resources will be more effective, more relevant, more timely to the beneficiary need, and based on that we can have more inclusive and more equitable societies in the future.
In Sri Lanka, I am representing the social security system for the private sector and the semi-government sector people, that is namely private provident fund, not private, actually provident fund in Sri Lanka. That's the biggest social security system for that sectors. Then mainly we are using earlier stage paper for the identification of the people. For we got their thumb marks and the personal data in hard copies. Now we are using the soft data entry and the soft electronic medium, thumb marks, biometric methods also. Then at this moment we are using for two purposes. The service delivery, as I earlier mentioned. Now earlier only centralized. We are a small country, but in village level people also those period they have come to Colombo, capital city, for their service, get a service. Now we have decentralized our payment system and the other recovery system up to the district level. Using the IT, we have the intranet with the head office to the regional level. Then decentralization, and secondly identification of the correct members instead of the papers, hard copies. Now we are using the electronic biometric thumb marks and the facial expression, and the NIC, copy of the NIC in the store in the electronic medium. Then whenever the member comes to get the service, we use these electronic identification data for delivering the service. Then future also we have a lot of plans. Without our ultimate target is paperless office, but up to now we are in the process, in the middle of that process, maybe within another 10 years.
In Korea, we can do many of the things that we used to. We had to visit the government office by ourselves before. Now we can access to all the information by the internet, through the internet. We can, for example, we can print out all the certificates that you need to provide it to the office or somewhere else. You can just click on, you can just log into the website and then print it out up from there and at home. So it is very convenient. Even at universities, they have their own separate server or portal that you can do everything on through the website. So it is very convenient.
In Sri Lanka, I am representing Department of Pension. We widely use ICT for delivery our services, especially online services, some details of pension payments, and some database management.
Yeah, in Indonesia, I know for part of social protection program, especially conditional cash transfer, expand from 3.5 billion family to 6 billion family. I think it's big target. We need ICT to make CCT implementation can be done in the local government, yeah, because we have 514 district. Yeah, I don't know how to implement conditional cash transfer in Indonesia. I use ICT, yeah, for CCT program can more fast to implement in the local government, and also more efficient, and then more effective